Okay, hi everyone. Today we're going to touch on this topic, where to invest in Bangkok. I co-run this portal called investbangkokproperty.com together with my friend Kevin. I think you might have seen him in our other YouTube videos, and also uh, he might you might know him through communicating with him on certain Bangkok properties. Just to give you guys a brief note, a lot of clients have actually read my blog article, The Good Locations for Property Investment in Bangkok. This is actually on my personal blog. I actually list down the areas whereby I think uh, you guys can take a look if you want to invest in Bangkok properties. These are the locations whereby I think that if you're an investor, then you should just be looking at these areas. One of the main reasons why we are bullish about the Bangkok property market, right, is that there's a lot of growth, and that one is in another presentation. But not everywhere in Bangkok is a prime area. It's actually important to take note that as property investors, it's not like stocks. I have a portfolio of stocks, so I can choose like 10 different stocks. And if 7 do well and 3 don't do well, then it's okay because I diversified my risk. The thing about property investment, whether it's in Bangkok, Hong Kong, or in Singapore, most people only have 1, 2, or maybe 3 shots, and we cannot say we want to buy like 20 properties and then we diversify. So some properties that we purchase in Bangkok or some in Hong Kong or some in Singapore don't do well. Then the ones that do well will cover for the loss. I've seen a lot of people investing in really far-flung places in Bangkok, and that's what prompted me to come up with this article. I think a lot of buyers or people looking for Bangkok properties. They read my article. It's actually on my personal webpage, and I'll put a link in the description on this in this YouTube video. Yeah. So okay. Here we go. Okay, so today's topic is where to invest in Bangkok. Just a brief run through about us, about Kevin and myself running investbangkokproperty.com. We've been dealing with Bangkok properties since 2012. Most of our clients come from China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Malaysia, and Indonesia. If not constrained to these countries only, I have clients in many other countries around the world looking for Bangkok property. Just that most of our clients come from these areas. In fact, most from mainland China and Hong Kong. This is actually a Facebook closed group, so you can go to facebook.com and then go to this group. You can join the group. Currently there's about 1,400 plus members. You have to put in a request, then the admins, right, we will actually add you into the group. You can also like our Facebook page. The Facebook page is something which we started just recently. It will actually be updated with all the latest projects and any Bangkok property news, which you may find useful as a Bangkok property investor. Okay, now where to invest in Bangkok? Okay, you see this map. This map is actually quite important. What we'll do is that we'll touch on this map, and let me pull out the clearer version. Okay, so this is the map, the system map of Bangkok Rail Transit Network. It's actually quite extensive. To me, this is one of the reasons why I favor Bangkok over places like Vietnam or Cambodia. No offense to anybody who's invested in Vietnam and Cambodia and the people living there. It's just that to actually build such an extensive rail network is not easy. And now that Bangkok has it, right, it's something that we as property investors must understand. Building a rail network is not something that it can be done overnight. Most of you guys may be watching this from maybe Singapore or Hong Kong, and you guys have a extensive rail network there already. Like even in Singapore, because Kevin and myself, we're Singaporean, the government is actually building a new railway line, and it actually takes some time. So to develop something like this, the Bangkok government has been developing the railway line in Bangkok for a pretty long time, and they're actually extending quite a few new lines, and these lines actually may be of interest to you if you're an investor. Okay, but let's take a look at certain places which you may want to, which we can highlight. Okay, so in Bangkok there are two airports. One is Suvarnabhumi Airport, it's here. Okay, and another one is Don Muang. So Don Muang is somewhere in the city. This around this Chatuchak area here. Okay, but most of the time, I personally will prefer to land in Suvarnabhumi. The main reason is that when you land in Suvarnabhumi, there is actually a rail line. It's actually the Airport Express, which takes you from Suvarnabhumi Airport all the way to Makassar Station. Okay, so from the airport, you board off the plane, get your baggage, then you purchase a ticket and you go down. You can take the airport rail link, this pink line, all the way to Makassar. Then at Makassar, you actually cross across a bridge and you get to Phetchaburi. It's actually linked, but the thing is that the blue color line is underground and the pink line is above ground. So you get off Makassar and then you come out the station and you just follow the link bridge. It'll bring you to Phetchaburi. So Phetchaburi station is one station away from this station called Sukhumvit. So at Sukhumvit, Sukhumvit is the underground line, and then it links to Asok BTS. Essentially, what happens is that in Bangkok, it's not like places in Singapore or Hong Kong whereby the rail lines link. That means that the station is called Sukhumvit, whether it's traveling this way or perpendicular to the line. If you change within that station, yeah, the station is still called the same name, but in Bangkok for whatever reason, right, the stations are not the same. So you get off Sukhumvit and then you can cross over to this light green line. I want to highlight you to this light green line because this is where traditionally we as tourists we are familiar with. If you guys travel to Bangkok, Asok BTS is where Terminal 21 is. So it's this very huge shopping mall and one of the nicest malls in Bangkok, in my personal opinion. And most of us, when we travel, we are familiar with this BTS station called Siam. So Siam is where Siam Paragon is, and Chitlom is where the Central World is. Suddenly I forgot, I couldn't remember. Okay, so Siam and Chitlom, right, happens to be the most central part of Bangkok. And this is where the real prime area of Bangkok is. Okay, so if you take a look at my article, I actually divided it into the core central regions, the city fringes, and the growth areas. So this is how I mark Bangkok out to be. It's not no one has a clear demarcation of what these regions should be called. It's just that I think that I would break the city up into core central regions, then the fringes of the city, and then where the growth areas are. So the first core central region, right, like I mentioned, is actually Siam and Chitlom. So Siam and Chitlom, right, if you take a look at this map, it's here. So Siam and Chitlom here. So a lot of you guys, you are familiar with the Erawan Shrine. The Erawan Shrine is actually at Chitlom. If you get to Central World, you want to get to this huge Central World, or from Central World, you can cross over to Platinum Mall where all the ladies like to shop. Okay, so Siam and Chitlom, right, it's the most central part of Bangkok. And Chitlom actually connects to this place called Wireless Road. Okay, if you guys know the history of why the road is called Wireless Road, you will understand why I'm telling you that Chitlom is the central part of Bangkok. how the name Wireless Road came about was because back in the days when they were setting up the city, they wanted to find a place to put the like a the broadcast station for the whole Bangkok. Then they did some surveys and they realized that Wireless Road is the most ideal place to put the broadcast station, is because it is right in the heart of Bangkok, it's right in the center, and the broadcast can go out to the rest of Bangkok easily. So Chitlom area or Wireless Road, right, is really the most central part of Bangkok, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And that is the main reason why it's called Wireless Road. A lot of people are telling people that Wireless Road is Wireless Road because there's no wires, but that's not true. If you go to Wireless Road, it's full of wires as well. Okay, so it's just that that's the main reason why it's called Wireless Road, because it is the most central part of Bangkok. So if you take a look at Siam and Chitlom area, that being the most central part of Bangkok, it's something like if you are in Singapore, it's our version of Orchard Road. Okay, and if you're in Hong Kong, then it's the area around Central. Okay, so on the rail transport network, this area is listed as a Ratchaprasong shopping belt. The people who live around these areas, right, they are the wealthiest, they are the most affluent, and there's actually this place called Lumpini Park. So here, this Lumpini Park here. Okay, how you actually get to Lumpini Park, right, is you actually get off Chitlom here, then you walk down. So that means I mean, you have to picture it. So if you get off Chitlom, you walk on one side, it's actually Central World. Then the other side is Wireless Road. So as you walk along Wireless Road, right, it will bring you to the Lumpini Park. And Lumpini Park is very scenic park, very nice place. If you're in the area, you should go there and take a look. Okay, yeah, so this is the map. Yeah, and so it's here, this Lumpini Park. Okay, so the most expensive place in Bangkok, in my opinion, is actually Wireless Road. Okay, and Kevin and we actually went into this place called 98 Wireless by Sansiri. We took some videos of the finishing and everything. It's really high-end luxury condominium, like a 2-bedroom freehold condominium in 98 Wireless. It costs about $2 million US. That's for a 2-bedroom. Okay, it's actually, Bangkok properties are actually not exactly cheap. Okay, so the next area, right, which we want to talk about, other than Siam and Chitlom area, Siam, Chitlom and Prawn Chit area maybe, is this place called Saton and Silom. Okay, so Saton and Silom, right, is located here. This Saton and Silom area, Saladeng, Silom, Lumpini, which is here. Okay, here. So here is the Lumpini Park. We actually walk down Wireless Road to just get to Lumpini Park. If you walk, you get off Chitlom, you walk down Wireless Road all the way down, you get to Lumpini Park, and you also can get to this Silom MRT, but it's quite a distance away. Okay, so this Silom MRT here, this is the Saton area. This area, right, I'm likening it to like maybe the financial district in Singapore and Hong Kong. So this area, right, all the high-grade offices, they are located around this Saladeng BTS Silom area here. So this, you go down, this is the Saladeng, Silom, Chong Non Si, Surasak area. This area, right, is the Saton Financial District. Sometime last year, I think, Sansiri actually launched this project called the Line Saton. So the Line Saton was at Surasak train station, just next to it. Then it sold out in like 2 weeks. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons is that if you go around this area, right, this is the Satong Financial District, and this is the traditional CBD, the Central Business District of Bangkok. So if you want to buy and you want to get corporate tenants, right, you can find corporate tenants if you purchase a property along this area, this belt, Satong Financial District belt. You have to constrain yourself to the Silom MRT or Salading, Chong Nang Si, Surasak area, this area. Okay, of course, there will still be tenants who are looking just a little bit off, that means out, like Lumphini, even up to Queen Sirikit MRT station. There will be people who work in the Satong Financial District. So this area, right, is the traditional CBD of Bangkok. So just remember, just now we mentioned, right, the central area, Siam area, Siam Chitlom, maybe Plonchit area, Siam Chitlom area. Then the next area, right, is actually this Saladeng, Chong Nang Si, Surasak area, Silom area. This is actually the CBD. That was the previous one, the Siam area was a shopping belt. Okay, this is actually the core central area of Bangkok. And one more area which I want to highlight is this place called Nana and Asok area. This Nana and Asok area, right, is just slightly outside, almost to the edge of the Raja Prasong shopping belt, and it is located where Terminal 21 is. Nana, right, is located near Sukhumvit Soy 11. You actually get out of Nana BTS, you just go down the train station and you hit Sukhumvit Soy 11. So Sukhumvit Soy 11 is where a lot of Caucasians, they like to frequent this soy. There are a lot of Western bars. There's an Australian bar. There are quite a lot of nice establishments around there. So if you're into the party scene, yeah, you may want to take a look at Sukhumvit Soy 11. There are quite a few nice restaurants, bars around this area, and also there's a Bowman Grab hospital which is further in. So Nana and Asok, right, also considered very good locations, but it is still slightly cheaper than purchasing something at let me pull this out again, something at this Siam Chitlom or Saladeng, Chong Nang Si, Surasak area. These prices here are quite expensive. Okay. So yeah, so the areas, right, you want to take a look if you're looking at central Bangkok is really the train stations from Asok, Nana, Plonchit, Chitlom, Siam. Can go down to Rajadamri, Silom, Saladeng, Chong Nang Si, all the way up to Surasak. Then there's this Lumpini, Klong Toy, and this Queen Sirikit area, also not bad, just outside the central business district. Okay. Then next, right, we can take a look at the city fringes. Okay, so the next area that we're going to look at are the city fringes. So the city fringes, right, what I'm talking about, right, is like Thong Lo, Ekamai, or Onut. So if we take a look at this map, okay, after Asok BTS is from Thong Lo, Ekamai, Prakanong, and Onut. I will recommend that if you are looking to invest in Bangkok properties, do not go past Onut. I think that should be the threshold. Anything after that, right, I wouldn't recommend you to purchase, because expatriates, right, they know that Thong Lo, Prakanong, Onut area, Thong Lo, Ekamai, Prakanong, Onut area is a good place to live. I personally live around Asok BTS. I have friends who live around the area as well. They are telling me that they are moving away from Asok area, the area around Asok BTS, and thinking of purchasing properties in Thong Lo, Ekamai, Prakanong or Onut, the main reason is because the jam and congestion around the areas, the central areas, which the core central areas which I just mentioned to you, is actually rather ridiculous. So in Bangkok, you can be stuck in a jam for like 45 minutes, and maybe you've only moved like 30 meters for the whole 45 minutes. Your taxi will not be moving at all. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of people are not looking to rent or not looking to stay in the core central regions. The main reason is actually the ridiculous jam that Bangkok has. So if you want to invest, I will strongly recommend looking at places like Thong Lo, Ekamai, Prakanong, and Onut. And you'll be surprised that in many instances, tenants actually request to stay in these areas rather than live in a condominium in Nana, even though the rent rate is about the same. Okay, if you guys are familiar, right, with Thong Lo and Ekamai, if you walk around the area, you see that there are a lot of very nice large detached houses that you know the local Thais they buy and then they stay there. So the really wealthy, they are looking to they want a nice place to stay, not too congested. Then they will live in like Thong Lo, Ekamai area, and there are a lot of uh, high-end bars, high-end restaurants and establishments, right, which people frequent in Thong Lo area. So it's actually here. So if you this is Google Maps, okay, so Thong Lo, Ekamai, Prakanong, Onut, you should never go past Onut. Okay, this is EM Quartier at Prong Prong. It's really upscale. Okay. Okay, so this is the area which I mentioned: Prong Prong, Thong Lo, Ekamai, Prakanong, Onut. Okay. The next area which you want to consider, city fringe, is actually this area called Asok and Peshbury. Asok not meaning this Asok, this Peshbury, Praramnai area. Okay. One of the main reasons, right, is that this is actually going to be the new central business district. So if you are familiar with Praramnai, it's actually Ramanai Road. There's actually a super tower that's going up. The Unilever HQ is also there. The stock exchange of Thailand has shifted there. AIA has a grade A office at Praramnai MRT station, that area as well. The area is Praramnai to Thailand Cultural Centre. So anything along this Sukhumvit, Peshbury, Praramnai and Thailand Cultural Centre, right, this area is also considered the new central business district of Bangkok. Okay, I personally don't like the area around Peshbury or Makassar. The main reason is because it's a bit congested there, because there's a major intersection. But that being said, the properties around Makassar, they're really convenient. If let's say you touch down in Suvarnabhumi, then the airport rail link will just take you directly to Makassar. Okay. Then next, right, I'm not a fan of this area, but I can see why is it that people are saying that this city fringe area will do well. Quite a nice area as well is at Ratchathuri and Victory Monument. Okay, so Ratchathuri and Victory Monument, right, is here, this area, this green area here. So it's actually after Siam BTS, you take the dark green line, you get to Ratchathuri and Victory Monument, this area, right? This area is also quite prime. Okay, and then the final area which we will talk about, right, is actually the riverside. So if you guys are familiar, you will know this place called Asiatic. Okay, if you take the dark green line all the way down to Sapan Taksin, then you take the river boat, it will bring you to Asiatic. And Asiatic, along the river, you see it actually flanks quite a lot of high-end condominiums. The high-end condominiums flank the riverside. So that area is also considered the what I mentioned as the city fringe. Okay, and the amazing part is that the riverside, right? The prices in this area, the condominiums that flank the river, they are actually very expensive. In some cases, they can be asking like 300,000 Thai baht per square meter. Okay, so this is Asiatic. Okay, finally, right, we will talk about the growth areas. Okay, I'll just go back to this slide. Okay, so now I advise you that if you are watching this video, you should be using your desktop so you can have a bigger, better view of the map, which just now I just pulled out. So this one is a bit blur, but it's okay, I just mentioned to you. So we spoke about the new central business district, which is Rama 9, the place where I told you guys that, in my opinion, is the best residential area to stay, which is the Thonglor Ekamai area. Do not buy anything past Onut. Then this the really central area, right, is actually the Chitlom area, the Chitlom Plonchit area. In fact, Chitlom area. So the Siam, Chitlom, Plonchit, Nana area. Chitlom area is where the widest road is. So this is the most central part of Bangkok. Then the central business district, the traditional central business district, is in the Silom and Satom area. Now we're going to talk about this growth area called Bangsar and Tao Pun. Okay, one of the main reasons why there's a lot of hype with regards to Bangkok properties, and you see a lot of Chinese going in to purchase, right, is because China has this one belt one road plan, and the Bangsar Tao Pun, right, area is supposed to become Thailand's and ASEAN's transport hub. Okay, there's going to be a high-speed rail that will link go to Chiang Mai and Hua Hin, and the high-speed rail actually flanks 3 different roads, and it all ends up in Kunming, China. So if you take a look at from China all the way down to Singapore, Bangkok is actually very strategically located in the sense that it's right in the center of the whole Southeast Asia, that whole belt. So the Chinese are making Bangkok as a transport hub, and they're putting a lot of investments as well. Okay, by 2020, the Bangsar Grand Station is estimated to attract more than 300,000 people a day. If you Google, and you should be able to see all this. This is Bangkok, and you link up to Kunming. So you can see, right, there's actually 3 lines. There's a western road, which is the red line. Then there's a central road. The central road is actually this blue line. It's supposed to go all the way down to Singapore, but I guess KL and KL to Singapore a bit may not happen. And then there's this yellow line. Okay, the KL to Singapore route may not happen, but the Bangsar Grand Station, right, the last time that I was there, it was already up already. So they were, from what I heard, they've already put the dome up. Okay, so this was a picture that was taken without the dome. So the construction has already started, and in fact the roof has already gone up already. So this Bangsar Grand Station is becoming a reality. Okay. Yeah, this was what we just now discussed. So yeah, so this is actually the Stock Exchange of Thailand, AIA Capital Tower, and this is Grand Rama 9, where the Super Tower is going to be. Okay, and the Unilever HQ, the G-Land Tower, this Esplanade and the night market, the New Rock 5 market, which is where which is here, the Thailand Cultural Center. So if you drop off at Thailand Cultural Center, I mean if you guys are on holiday, you drop off at Thailand Cultural Center, and there's a shopping center called Esplanade. Behind Esplanade, right, there will be this new Rock 5 market, which is the real market. You can visit as well. Yep. Okay, so yeah, these are where the locations are to invest in Bangkok properties. In my opinion, other than these locations, right, you shouldn't be touching any other location. Yeah, unless I would say that if you really want to buy any other location, make sure that it's an interchange. That means like it links it's the intersection of two lines. So at least being interchanged, there should be more growth in that area. They're going to add a lot more lines to this whole railway network, and Bangkok is going to be really extensive with their rail network. So it's going to get confusing because a lot of people are going to tell you that yeah, this area can buy, that area can buy, and I've even seen clients who have purchased properties at Udom Suk, and people are telling them that, or even Baring. Yeah, I had one client who actually came to me saying that he's invested in this project at Baring and asked me whether I could resell it for him. The problem is that, okay, firstly, the problem is that yeah, when you come to me with this type of thing, I don't know how to help you because you bought a property which, in all honesty, right, it is not an area where investors will take a look, at least for now. I don't know about later. There may come a possibility where Thong Lo, Ekamai, Prakanong, and Onut, right, it becomes too congested, then people shift further down the light green line, then they will look at Udom Suk, Bang Na, and Baring. But as of today, I do not know of any investor that is looking for a project located in near the Baring BTS. So that's one of the main reasons why I cannot meaningfully recommend any properties in Baring. Just to take note, if you guys really want to buy something, yeah, try to buy it close to a BTS, but also if you are not so familiar with Bangkok properties, try to buy it from a large developer, and try to buy it from people who know the market and people who will provide you after sales service. So like Kevin and myself, if you purchase from us, we'll do the follow up. When you collect your keys, we will settle the rental for you guys. And yeah, and since we'll be in this business, we travel up and down, we shuttle up and down. We have an office in Bangkok as well. So yeah, we've been in the market for some time. If you are not familiar and you see a project which you are keen, you can actually just write us an email or contact us. I'll put our emails and our contact numbers in the description below this video. So you can just WhatsApp us, Line or WeChat. WhatsApp preferably. Yeah, and then we will attend to you. Most developers, they actually come to us because we run the platform, and they ask us whether we can help them to market their properties. But we don't meaningfully put every single developer's products on our website. The main reason is because in many cases we are afraid to do so, because if we do so, then if we can't rent it out after we've sold it to somebody, then that may pose an issue later. Yeah, so yeah, this is our website, investbangkokproperty.com. It's actually the portal for the latest launches in Bangkok. We actually provide buying guides, market analysis and updates. We give you property reviews, and we have site visits and videos. So if you go online, you go to our website, you can see like we actually go to the sites and we take a look and we video them, and then we put it up on the website for anyone to take a look, so that at least you guys know what you're buying. Okay, and most importantly is that once you purchase the unit, if you want to rent it or sell it, you can also look for us. Okay, yeah, but just a disclaimer, it's not that we don't take anybody's properties, because we had a complaint from a client that was saying that I bought this property from like another agent, and now I'm asking like Kevin and myself to sell it, and then we didn't put much effort into that property. It's not that we don't want to, it's just that we don't have the bandwidth to, because we have so many clients, right, who bought properties from us, and we are in the process of renting or selling these properties for our clients. So we can't put a meaningful amount of time to people who actually did not buy from us. Yeah, but yeah, just to take note, if you are looking for to invest in property in Bangkok, stay updated. Just visit our website. We'll put all the latest launches in Bangkok. Some of them, if you know of a launch in Bangkok and you would like to know, you can also approach us. We won't put everything on our website, because some of the projects we don't feel that uh, it is uh, it is of investment grade, so we never put it up there. Okay, and just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then we will share with you guys like buying guides, how to buy, where to buy, and everything. Yeah, so that's all.